See? Forget about making dinosaur soldiers. Biosyn had it wrong. This is what you should make. A dinosaur combiner. 5 mutant dinosaurs as one. Maybe I should look into some armor like that. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. And to conclude our gift receiving month, we're taking a look at another one that was received from my birthday from a fan. This is Grimstone. I definitely want to give a shout out to my friend Prime Getaway, a longtime subscriber to the channel as well. She sent this to me. This was a toy from way back in 2010. So, I have no idea how she managed to find one, but I'm not going to worry about that. Grimstone is part of a series that was known as Power Core Combiners. In the fiction, a Power Core Combiner is a specialized transformer that can merge with either minicons or, in the case of Grimstone here, a team of drones. And they can form a combined robot that is more mentally stable than a lot of the previous ones. So as you can see here, only Grimstone has a robot form. The other 4 dinosaurs do not have one. In the toy's case, when we prepare Grimstone to be the combiner, his minions here have a special spot on them that they plug into, and once they do that, they will automatically flip into their respective limb. Grimstone is, of course, being done as a Dinobot combiner, so he does it a little differently than the more well-known Volcanicus. We'll take a quick look here at his drones. We have the Ankylosaurus drone. Unfortunately, none of the drones have any articulation, so they just kind of stand there. We have a Parasaurolophus. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry to any of the dinosaur fans out there, but never really did get good with some of their funkier names. This one actually does have a little bit of articulation. We can move his arms. We have here a Pachycephalosaurus. And it also has some moving arms. And it, of course, has the domed head they were famous for ramming things with, especially if you believe Jurassic Park. And we also have what the box labels Spinosaurus. They can call it Spinosaurus all they want. It still looks like a Dimetrodon to me. But then again, I'm no dinosaur expert. Never claimed to be. But I still say it looks more like a Dimetrodon than it does a Spinosaurus. So that covers the drones. Alright, now we'll take a look here at Grimstone's articulation. He can turn his head from side to side. His arms move out only so far. And they do rotate all the way around if you angle them just right. He can bend his arm at the elbow about 90 degrees. And since it's on a ball joint, it will swivel at the elbow. So he has G.I. Joe battle grip. His legs can be spread apart into a full splits. He does, surprisingly, have a thigh cut. And you can raise his legs up at the hip all the way up to his shoulder. And they do bend at the knee at about 90 degrees. So He does have some impressive posability for a guy of his size. Getting him to stand back up after we do all that, that's going to be another challenge. Now, despite the fact that he is part of a combiner unit, he does have the ability to transform. And it is a rather simple method, really. Start by taking this gold section on his chest, and we fold it up and over his head. Like that. Then we'll take his arms from the sides and we will bring them up and connect them together here on his back, here on his chest. We pivot him here to the side. We'll fold down and straighten out his robot arms, and they will form the front feet for his dinosaur mode. And you'll also come back here to his legs, and you will rotate them at the thigh cut all the way around. Once we've done that, you'll raise up these blue sections and fold back the red protrusions from his feet so that way you can bend his legs a bit. And then you come down here and fold out the tail. And there he is in his dinosaur mode. The instructions say that's a Triceratops. I mean, right there it is on the top of the instructions, and then right here at the end it says Triceratops mode. Even though it's pretty clear he is not a Triceratops. He more resembles a Styracosaurus, especially according to the Transformer Wikia. So, somebody, I mean, like I said, I'm no dinosaur expert, but I could tell just by looking at him, he ain't no Triceratops. Alrighty. Now we'll just quickly fold him back into his robot mode. Because he has to be as a robot before we turn him into the combiner unit. So let's quickly get him back to how he's supposed to be. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'll pick the instructions up off the floor. Alright then, to turn him into the super robot, we bring the dinosaur head again back up and over the robot head. Then we'll fold the chest back over him, like so. Once we got the arms split over his chest, you'll come up here to the dinosaur head, and you're going to fold it up a bit more, and then reshape it back down, so it forms the large robot head. Then you come back down here to the front feet, and you're going to fold out these blue posts. Those will come in handy in a moment. And now, we take him here, and we're going to try to shift the legs, shift the dinosaur legs upwards. So we get him in a different position here. What you basically do is you swing them around. There's a hole on the inside of the arm right there, and they should line up with and connect to these red posts on his back. That will help hold them in place. Then you'll also come down here to the feet, and we're going to fold the legs up to expose the blue posts. Fold the red pieces inside. Just like that. Get that connected up together. And there. Once that's done, then you can combine him with the other drones. We'll start with the Ankylosaurus and the Pachycephalosaurus. So these guys form the legs. The Ankylosaurus forms the right leg. So we take this blue post and you're going to push it into this red portion here. And when we get it to go in, it should cause it to pop into position. This one's always a pain, and you got to be careful with them because they are notoriously fragile. As you see here, the process is kind of automatic. There we go. That worked out just a little easier. And then the same is true for the Pachy here. Just a matter of getting him into the right spot. Legs are always the biggest pains to attach. The instructions show that they're supposed to set up in a specific way. Like that. There we go. By pre-shifting it, it should make it a little easier. Famous last words. There we go. There's still some more to shift out. If we can hold that out, maybe we can get the leg in. There we go. And then naturally the other one came out. Yeah, there we go. And then we have the Paracephalosaurus and the Spinosaurus/Dimetrodon. They all connect as the arms. The arms go in a little easier than the legs do. I do not know why that is. But the handful of times I've transformed him, that's been the way of it. At least only the Spinosaurus is going in easy. The Para wants to fight. There we go, got it in. It kind of gives this arm a crushing claw. And the other arm, we have the dinosaur head. All in all, this could look a little bit on the strange side, if you ask me. Articulation-wise, well, I mean, the head really doesn't move very well. The arms, they can rotate at the shoulder all the way, and they do raise outward a bit. He can do a full splits. The legs can be raised up and bent at the knee. So he does have some decent articulation going for him. If nothing else. So we get to my thoughts. What do I think of Grimstone? I think the concept was pretty interesting. So I will give it that. It does bring about a unique concept that it would be nice if they would further explore it some more. I mean, it's not even mentioned in the Enigma of Combination source book for the role-playing game. So I think that's kind of a missed opportunity for it, because this would be an interesting sub-idea to go with, where you have a single robot that tries to control 4 mindless drones to go along with it. I mean, if a person's playing solo in a role-playing game, having that would make a easier combiner story, since the other 4 are pretty well mindless. As for the toy itself, it's not bad. It's not the best. And as I've read, these guys were somewhat on the poor selling side due to the fact that they broke relatively easily. As you saw, that was one thing I was worried about as I tried to put him together. I was afraid of breakage. Since I also didn't want to disappoint not only my viewers, but I also didn't want to disappoint my friend who bought this for me. But all in all, I will say I do like it. It's certainly not going to rank as my favorite, but I think it's somewhere in the middle, because it is an interesting idea, and while the robot does look rather silly, I will give it some merit. It might be this thing would probably be kind of fun to have played with. At any rate, that's my review of Grimstone, the Power Core Combiner. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do remember that if you love the content we feature here on this channel, I would certainly appreciate a like, a share, and a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Next month, throughout October, we're going to try to wrap up the 1984 Generation 1 Transformers. We're down to pretty much Autobot cars, so please do check that out. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.